This is a runout detector. It also detects if your filament is jammed and the filament is not moving. This is a remix of this one. I'd like to say thanks for that. It uses an optical encoder. You might see it just in there. But it's a dual gear. I've designed it so that it's dual gear. I'll open it up. You might see the other gear in there. So as this turns, it's got two gears gripping it, and this sort of spring mechanism. That's a bit strong, that spring actually, but for my use. But it does work, but I'm not going to show you it working because I do have the Big Tree Tech model on my printer. I'll just undo this cover, then you can see a bit more inside. So there we are. It's got this wheel which breaks the beam. I think it's infrared of this optical endstop. That's all it is, just normal end stop. Pretty standard. I'll take it apart a bit more. I'll undo this top here so I can show you the dual gear. These bolts need cutting down, but as I say, I already have the Big Tree Tech, I think it is, sort of unit on my printer. I would say be careful with the wiring because you do have to swap two of the wires over. That's a signal wire, this one here, which has a dot and a dash sort of on it. Signal. 5 volts is just a dot, and the ground or the negative is a wide space dot. So it's got a very wide space dot, and the positive is still a dot, but the dots are much closer together. Hopefully you can see that. I'll try to zoom in. So that's 5 volts. That's signal, the dot and the dash, and the ground is a dot but further apart. So watch out when you're plugging it into your port, because I know two of these wires have to be swapped over. When I was testing it, and it tested out okay. I'll just take this off to show you a bit more inside. But that's just a spring. See, that's a bit strong, that spring. So as you see, there's a gear there which meshes with the other gear, and there's a tooth, sort of a grip thing here, and likewise on this side, a couple of bearings. I'll put some details here. So there's the details. So these are off a dual drive feeding mechanism, which I found okay, but there was no advantage in my opinion. So I took it off and put the standard feeding mechanism on. This has a riser underneath here. As you see, it's got a nut and bolt there. It's got like a slot in, so you've got some adjustment, and you can adjust the angle a bit by increasing the thickness of that riser sort of thing under there, which basically slides under that bolt. You can see that. Borden. So you can adjust the tension. Works okay. And there's the cover. there's a cover, bolt that on. That's it really. Put the files on ThingiVerse and probably also on my Myminifactory